right, guys. So without further ado, we have our throuple here and ready for us. And we're going to bring them on, guys. And look, we already I see they got their wine in their hand. They ready. So let's do it. Look, I might have to take this banner off. I don't want to cover y'all face. Yes, we're going to take this banner off. Let's see. Y'all, technical difficulties. What's going on? Welcome.
What's up, people?
Listen, this overlay off. There we go. All right. So everybody's been waiting for you guys. How are you?
Good. Just getting off of work. Well, for me, just getting off of work and stuff.
I get it.
You need a drink then.
Yeah. So what? So let's go ahead and just introduce you guys. So I'm just gonna say a little something, and I'm gonna tell how I kind of heard about you guys, and it's like all came together. So I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts, which is Horrible Decisions, and I heard you guys on there, and I'm like, oh my god, they're so cool. So I started listening to your podcast, and I was telling my friends about it. And they're like, okay, Leah, whatever. And so I put out a post out there that we were looking for, to interview a poly dynamic. And so when you hit me up in the inbox, I'm like, okay, this name sounds familiar. I'm doing my Google search. I'm like, oh my God. So guys, we have Shayla, James, and Shantay from 3lationship Goals podcast. We give y'all a hand. Welcome. All right, everybody here. I'm glad y'all here. So, what are you guys drinking on? Because we are a drinking web podcast.
Well, we got Stella Rosa. Or rosé, or however you pronounce it.
Water. Okay.
We have the black version. Yeah,
that's my girlfriend's favorite one.
Yeah, it's been our go-to for the last
This is like the best one. They just came out with the blueberry one that I really want to try, but it's sold out everywhere.
Every time we try to get it, we can never find it. But the blueberry sounds fire too.
And he's drinking.
Stella just don't got enough alcohol in it for me. That's my only problem.
Did you say he's not drinking?
Yeah,
he doesn't drink.
Huh?
Okay,
they smoke weed, cocaine. I mean, what?
Grab him some orange juice and honey.
So I'm not a wine drinker. If I drink wine, I'm like done. I don't know what's up with wine. I can't do it. I'm like stumbling.
Yeah, one glass and you be acting silly.
What you drinking?
Yep.
That's what
I'm actually drinking the Michael Jordan tequila.
Ooh.
I just picked it up today. I was like, and it's actually on point. Like I don't even like tequila. I only got it because Michael Jordan made it. And it is delicious. I might buy more.
Nice.
And I got the what is this? The Rock.
The Rock.
Rock Johnson tequila that we tried. It burns going down, but that's how I like my tequila.
No, I heard a lot of people be drinking that. A lot of people be drinking that one though. The Rock one.
Okay, that's my first time. It's okay. I'll still drink it though because somebody bought it.
Wait a second. Are you admitting that you don't like The Rock, your favorite icon's tequila, on live webcast?
I am admitting that it is not the best, but it is not the worst.
All right, keeping it safe.
Yeah.
Right, because I've already posted on Instagram, so I gotta, all right, guys. So, Rod, we're gonna let you kind of just. So, okay, so Lo, I'm gonna ask the first question. I know how Rod gets. So,
let us have it.
All right. So, tell us about what polyamory is. Just a little short summary, and what your dynamic is. And I guess we'll kind of get into some other things. So tell us a little bit for those that don't know.
Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know what polyamory is, it's really just multiple loves. Again, it's emotional connection. It could be a physical connection. It doesn't have to be physical. Sometimes it doesn't have to be emotional, but it's just having multiple partners and balancing relationship with multiple partners. Now, we particularly are a closed triad, so we don't venture out none of our, we don't have any other partners outside of us three. And I mean, polyamory really goes deep. There's a lot of different ways, different dynamics, but that's ours, and that's really what's been working for us.
Okay. And I was kind of looking at the article that was put out there about you guys, and it kind of told a little backstory, but tell us just a little bit about, I guess, what made you decide to be poly, and how did you guys meet?
Okay. Well, I can answer it from coming in. It was something that I was willing to try. I've always been bi-curious. So when I was approached with the opportunity, I was like, yeah, the opportunity, right? I was like, yeah, like, let's put a little pin in it. The opportunity. How was the opportunity approach to you? I wanted to see what it was about. I did let them know that I was looking for something serious. So it was something that I kind of had to think about, because it's like your future, this is not something that I just wanted a one-night stand, or, just go and see them every now and then. This is something that I wanted, like, long-term and things like that. And they were down with it, so
yeah. And I'd say for me and James, we've experimented a lot in our relationships with just threesomes, swinging, sex clubs, and all that good stuff. And I think it just came to a point where we had a conversation together where we wanted someone consistent. And I've never had a relationship with a female, but like I said, we've always had relations with other females and things like that. So I was super open to it, and actually really excited to have a consistent person there, to have like a girlfriend, not just people that we have sex with. So,
look, you grew up and became an adult. Look at that.
You know what? I can't.
Yeah.
You want to let him lead off with these questions?
Yeah, and then we met Shantay at his job. She works in the front area of his job, so she got his eye, and they kind of started talking before he approached her with the opportunity. And, so that was I think it was really like shocking to her in the beginning.
That's what I was going to ask. Like,
okay,
you're thinking like, okay, hey, like, got me a little potential boo. All right, and then he kind of drops it on you. How did you feel about it at first?
At first, I was just like, is this a trick? Like, what? Like, what is it? What are you? Because I take that back. I've never been hit on by a couple, but I've had experiences with a girl. But I don't know. I guess I didn't actually believe it until he gave me her contact information, and we started, chopping it up ourselves. So I was still like a little on the fence about it when we were talking, but when he gave me her contact information, then it kind of just spoke for itself.
Confirmed.
Okay.
So you were shocked, but still seems like you were open. You know what I mean? I was like, what was going on?
Okay, so I'm gonna start off with one of the viewers' questions first, because it just popped on up. So, does anyone get jealous, and how do you handle it?
That's like our common.
Yeah, that's question. Our first common question.
I am sure.
And yes, we do get jealous. It's just natural. I mean, especially me and Shantay, we're both females. We have our episodes, our times, where maybe something rubbed us the wrong way, or maybe, I don't know, whatever it was. A lot of times the way we deal with it is try to either put ourselves in check if it's really just something kind of petty, it's nothing serious. But if not, we have a conversation. We're huge on communication, just talking about it. We try to stick to weekly communication. Sometimes we veer off of that, but honestly, when it comes to jealousy, we have to talk about it. We have to bring it up, or else it just lingers.
And it's not just it's not just with the women, because sometimes they do shit and they have their time, and I get in my feelings sometimes as well. Like, damn, like I need some of their love too. So
and see, that was going to be one of my next questions. Like, are you allowed to do things with each other without one of the other ones?
Yeah, that's needed.
Okay.
Right. The one-on-one time is needed with each individual. Like Shantay and I have our own individual time, and so does Shayla and I. And we spend a lot of time together as well, but that one-on-one, that identifying like each of our loves for each other is important.
And that's what makes the relationship, because me and Shayla, we both have our time too, and that's what makes the individual relationships grow stronger. Because if your individual relationships are stronger, that's going to make the foundation stronger.
Right. We always like to say, like, there's kind of monogamish relationships amongst our polyamorous relationship, because we do have, like myself, I have my relationship with James, like 3 relationships essentially. One with James, one with Shantay, and one with all of us. So if any of them kind of like get out of whack, or it just domino effects into the rest of it. So we have to kind of address it and move through it.
Oh, okay.
And to me, what's so interesting about it too is that any relationship, whether it's a friendship, a marriage, or whatever, that should be the foundation in general. Communication. To communicate how you're feeling and what's going on, and you know what made you upset, what made you angry, what's making you sad. And I think that's what's lacking in most relationships, in any relationship. And I think what you guys have, to me, it seems like you may communicate more than monogamous relationships.
Yeah, I would say that's one thing that just came with me and James' relationship, is the communication. Not that it wasn't already there, but it just heightened it even more, because it's like we have to communicate. It's not just 2 of us, there's 3 of us, so it just makes it where we have to. It's heightened to another level for sure.
Gotcha.
All right, now would you consider yourself vanilla and boring, or are y'all freaky?
I'm vanilla. They're freaky.
We're trying to get more on the freaky side. We're trying to go over.
Don't let that. But I don't know if vanilla would be the definition, because Shayla and I, we just do more shit. We open out, right? We explore more. But
wait, y'all doing that picking now?
No, we ain't doing none of that.
Oh, okay. I'm making sure, because y'all watch that show. They all about that picking.
No, he's not gonna let me do it. Now, Shantay's open for me using a strap-on with her, but he ain't trying to do it. So
okay. Well, now I'm gonna switch it up real quick with a different question now. So I was listening to y'all webcast from last, I think, Monday. Y'all still think Jada is innocent?
Yeah,
or y'all finally want to admit that she was cheating and she need to admit she's a cheater?
Here we go.
You can't say what it is, right? She had an affair.
Right.
Like,
but Will had an affair too. Will's side chick.
We ain't talking about Will. Ain't talking about Will.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, about Jada.
I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, she's definitely in the wrong. She kind of did him a little dirty. But I think there was other things. You could tell subliminally there's other things that they had going on. Because obviously he wasn't fucking with her for some reason. Like, they made that pretty clear. So, I don't know.
And
she ain't shit.
His side
should be quiet. Exactly. And that's
what
did he say
she ain't shit? Did I hear that?
She ain't shit.
I thought that's
I agree completely.
Her side nigga ain't shit for speaking up. Will's side chick is chilling somewhere quiet. Just
August smart. August about that bank account. He got his new album coming out. He's smart.
And they made a song about entanglement.
Right.
Oh my
and that song is so good. Have y'all listened to the song? The entanglement song is great.
It's great.
Yes. I think it got is it Rick Ross? Somebody on it features with him. The song is good as hell. Yeah.
Wow. Let me tell you what I'm pissed off about. First of all, I'm not listening to his damn song because I'm pissed off at that's number one. Number two, I feel like it's like one of you guys said, it's more to it than what we know. It's a lot of different things going on there. Will look like he was hurt. I personally don't feel like he was hurt. I feel like they just put that out there to shut some people up. And that's just how I feel. Like, I don't feel like it was all the way the truth. I don't feel like it was what it was. She did like a 15-minute table talk when she be on there with them other motherfuckers for like 45 minutes.
Because I'm gonna tell you, but I don't like Jada in general though, because she's opinionated in the wrong way. She thinks she's always right. She's cynical, and she need to eat. Her mom need to eat. She need to eat. Her daughter need to eat.
Done.
First of all, I'm not even listening because he got a problem. He want a skinny little girl. No offense to his girlfriend. I love you, boo. But he want he just wants some little skinny little pig. So you know, that's your type of girl, Rodri. I don't know why you're tripping on her.
No, her head all big and her jaws sticking out, and I can see her veins pulsating.
Stony.
That's Stony there.
Oh, Stony.
Good old Stony. Let me see.
I used to like Jada though until she did the red table, but then I saw the real Jada. I see why all of them like that. They're a little bit something wrong with them. They ain't a coke. They might as well join those Scientologist people.
Wrong with them in a coke.
First of all, go ahead. What you were saying? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just laughing at y'all.
Listen, I don't know what's wrong with my cord here, but I love the red table talk. I like the fact that she talks about her feelings, and you know, now I ain't gonna lie, like what's that episode with the girl that slept with oh gosh, one of the Kardashians, the girl slept with
Jordan Wood.
Yes, that shit was, I didn't like that episode because she was trying to help her out.
She was guiding her.
She was guiding the hell out of her. And I'm like, no, you need to get her to admit that she was wrong. And she slept with her friends, sister, daddy, or whatever you want to call it. And I always tell my husband, if he sleep with a family member or friend, he'll sleep with his children.
And that makes no sense. I always say it makes no sense.
It does make sense. And the reason why that mean I can't even trust you at all. Like, you just dirty all the way. Like, why would you do that? That's just anyway.
Right.
So let's get to another question out here. How do your families feel about your relationships? I kind of already know the answer to this question because I listened to it on the podcast, but tell our viewers how your families feel and how did they feel initially, you know, once you told them?
I told my family pretty much out the few months after I knew it was kind of for real. And then most of my family really didn't care. They like, as long as you happy, they ain't really go fuck. They ain't even really ask me any questions. They more so ask them questions about like, you sure this is what you want to do and such and such and such, just to make sure pretty much everything's on the up and up. So most of my family knows, and most of my family is cool with it. At least that's what they show anyway.
Yeah, his family's really supportive about it. Honestly, from the jump, his sisters and everything are really supportive. I told my mom. She was just kind of the same thing, you know, as long as you're happy. But she kind of had those same, I guess, kind of not judgmental, but stereotypical type of things about it. Like, hey, you know, what I've seen that doesn't work out. It always ends bad. You know, I asked her where she's looking. She's like, oh, on Lifetime. You know, like she's looking at it on the movie or on the shows or something. And then she automatically kind of thought that, oh, like marriage must be out of the picture now, like, or, you know, just like I wasn't going to get some of the things that she thought I would because of the relationship, even though it's not true, you know, so I had to have that conversation. But other than that, you know, she's been fine, pretty supportive. Not all of my family knows.
And my family, a lot of my family found out through social media, which is not how I wanted them to find out, but unfortunately that was the case. There are certain family members that approached me about it, and there are certain family members that know about it. They just won't say nothing to me about it. But one of the family members that know is my sister, and we're pretty close. And, you know, before she was kind of like Shayla's mom, like, you know, worried that I was settling, or if I couldn't find somebody on my own, or if I didn't want the things that I want in my future. She thought all of that would stop because, you know, I'm already with an established couple. So, you know, I had to explain it to her and break it down to her that no, that's not the case. Like, you know, there are still things that I want that I'll still get while being with these two people. And then now, like, it's funny because she's like all into it now. She's like trying to learn like the different polys. And then like the other day she sent me, she's like she's on the dating app. Sorry if you're listening to her. But there was this, I hit her up and she was like, this is the third damn time. John. I was like, girl, they want you to be poly. You better be poly.
We've gone out to breakfast with her sister.
Oh yeah, she's met my sister. She's met James' met her. So we've all he's met my mom. So yeah.
Awesome.
That's cool.
So you said something that kind of brought up a question for me. So what is the most stereotypical question that you've gotten asked?
Besides the orgy thing, like, do we have orgies all the
time? Stop stealing my questions. That's my next question. God.
Yeah.
I'm joking. It wasn't.
And then jealousy.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, you don't mind sharing your man, or like, or they just think I'm doing it to please him, right. and I have no role in it, and that always annoys me, because to me I'm like, okay, so I can't have my wants and needs with the woman without it being like, oh, it had to stem from him,
right?
So I have my wants and needs with the woman, period.
Right.
Okay. So another question I get a lot of. So what of each one of y'all's view on religion?
I don't feel like we practice a religion. I feel like we believe in God and a higher power and stuff, and we pray every night and stuff like that. It's not a particular religion that we practice, though.
Well, I am Christian.
I would say it would.
I just don't go to church every Sunday.
Right. We mostly align with Christian religion. We don't go to church or anything.
Right.
I wouldn't say religion was something we were like, we can't do this because of that. I would say with being in the community now, we see, the more like, I would say the more like diehard Christian people are mostly look down on it. To be 100% honest with you. But most people that are somewhat open-minded, Christian or not, seem to get it. Or a lot of poly people just tend to say they're spiritual versus a specific religion.
Right.
Gotcha. So someone asked in the chat here, what would be an absolute deal breaker for you guys?
That's a good question. Okay, so for me, it would just be a whole bunch of kids. Like if someone already had a lot of kids.
What's a lot of kids? 2, 3, 4?
Probably like 3 or 4.
That is a lot of kids.
I don't even have
That's like too many.
Then we're talking a whole tribe at this point. Once I start having kids, and I'm not. I always say I want to retire without kids in my house. Like I don't want.
Now, do y'all have any kids?
Not as of right now. No.
Okay.
Coming soon. He has one daughter.
I have a daughter.
Okay.
These two.
Okay. Gotcha. Let me see. So I guess this question is. Go ahead. You was about to say something, Roger?
Oh no, I think it was James.
Oh, go ahead, James.
Now I was saying that's a good question. I don't think we've been asked that question at all.
Oh, about a deal breaker?
Yeah. Like, what's the absolute?
So are all of you on the same page with a lot of kids, or somebody else has a different answer?
Mine would be the whole hierarchy. That would be my deal breaker.
That's a good one.
So let's bring that up.
The hierarchy.
That's what I was about to say. Let's bring that up. So it's a stigma on couples in the poly community, like
yeah,
big time.
Right. Where the primary or the girl that was there first or the wife, she basically can control the relationship. So she's like, you can do this, you can do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. So she kind of like runs the relationship, and I'm just not built that way. So I just it wouldn't.
Sorry, but okay.
That's a good way, a nice way to say it, babe.
I'm not built that way. No, she want to say, bitch, I ain't down with it.
And I think honestly, unfortunately, a lot of women and in couples that are searching have that attitude. Yeah. And I mean, they have that attitude where it's like she's walking on eggshells. The girl or the whoever's introduced, like, let her mess up one time and then it's bitch bye, like on to the next potential. I get if you know, like, hey, me and her aren't gonna vibe. But if it's just, I feel like most of the time it's a misunderstanding. I see so many stories on our, platforms and things like that about the artists, the person that was already there just going off. Like, she didn't want it in the first place. Like, it's, if you want it, then you have to be just as open as Shantay, as James. Like, I have to have that same role. I can't, or else she could just go get her own relationship. What's the point in doing this if she can't have her time with him? She can't ever have her and him time.
Right.
Yeah. So how is the Black community in poly for y'all? Is it a lot of y'all? Do you find more of a different? We have more white friends in the poly community.
Go ahead.
Not around Arizona where we currently live now, but online it's a lot of platforms. Like, you got Black Poly Nation online.
Melanin Pollination.
Melanin Pollination. They do a good job of bringing the Black community together and like showing like our faces in that light and showing that it's not just white people
white
shit.
Thing. Yeah, white people shit.
But it works. But Shantay did a good job of finding a lot of those platforms for us, because when she came in, she actually did the research and like was wanting to learn about it and taught us more about it as well
than we even knew. Yeah, because we didn't know there's platforms, there's Black community, that it was called poly, like
Didn't know nothing.
Any of that. We were just going, we were just living our best life. Like, is this even a thing? Is this work ever?
Because I'm like, I know there's some stuff that we're gonna encounter, and there has to be other people that encounter this, and how do they deal with it? You know what I mean? So
she did really good with that.
So let me ask you this, because we talked with another gentleman maybe yesterday, and he brought up a good point. He says a lot of people, especially in any community, but in our community, we have probably, like you just said, been poly for the longest, but just didn't know what to call it. Like, you got your daddy that got like a chick over here or whatever, and mom knows, and she's cool with it, and you done had the baby over there, and she still knows, but they necessarily didn't label it. They just said, hey, he was a dog, and he he was out there.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, that's true.
At the same time, you can't mistake a not shit nigga for being poly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
There is a difference.
But because in that case, it'll be called like, what is a V?
It has to be ethical.
Right.
Right.
Wait, did you call him a skank nigga?
Huh?
Of what?
Huh?
I thought you said a skank nigga. Okay, I'm hearing things, Lord.
An ain't shit nigga.
Ain't shit nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Darn tequila, that Jordan getting me, boy.
Well, that other one was better.
I look a skate nigga. I'm like, what?
That's his accent. He's from Memphis.
Right.
Oh, gotcha. Look, we're in South Carolina, so no judgment.
I ain't no judge here with my country tongue, believe me.
Okay. Yeah, but I feel like what you were explaining was more like James was saying, like a V, where the two women don't interact, they don't have a relationship, but they know about each other, right? But I think that's another part, a good part to hit on, is that it's not just men that are cheating and this what happens. Like, when me and James started, again, it started at the very beginning of our relationship, but we had the conversation about it. I think a lot of times it makes dudes scared to even bring it up, so then they go the cheating route instead of just having the conversation. It doesn't have to be that way where your girlfriend stumbles upon it. You could just talk to her essentially and ask her.
That's a brave conversation.
It is.
Right.
And I wanted to ask you, but I wasn't sure. So it's on the female's part too to make them feel comfortable. I think I just had those conversations, and then I started asking for shit. You know what I mean? Like, he's not the only one that wants things. So if we both have those things and we're both open, when he brings it to me, then he's open. When I bring it to him, then it doesn't have to be such a conversation. It could be just,
We don't have to be conflict. It can be
conflict,
a
right?
Conversation.
It could just be
Gotcha. And again, that goes right back to communication. Communicating your needs, what you want to try to do, what you don't want to do, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So you communicate that drink in your mouth, Leah.
Well, I've had like 3 shots. You want me to take another one?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. Cheers to the rock. Here we go.
Nasty shit.
Here comes the burn.
Look, my husband over here like, you taking that bottle down. I'm like, well, whatever.
You might take something else down later.
right.
I already said if it was good, I was gonna pour it on my body, but maybe not all, maybe not all over. If it's just a little good, I might just, I don't know. All right. All right. Oh, here we go. So we got 2 questions popped up. One said, do you guys want kids?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Soon. So
soon.
Okay.
Whoa.
We're trying to let us both be pregnant together.
At the same
I feel like it would be
time.
super cute. But
That would be so cool. That would be.
Wouldn't it cute? Wouldn't it? It'd be super cute. See? He's
Look, my husband back here, that's a lot of diapers.
Oh. We'll send you a pack.
when we're pregnant.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll send a pack over.
It's during this time of the year. It's hot.
Right, it's hot. We just send him out. Just go.
I ain't gonna
Ooh,
have
I love. Oh, you know what? I put it on the screen, but check it out. I didn't mean to put it on the screen, but this is awesome. I love this question. So somebody said, "What would have been James' reaction if Shayla wanted to bring another guy into the relationship instead of a girl?"
That's a good one.
It'd be like, nah, we good.
It is for you. What would have been your reaction?
It probably wouldn't have happened, but I mean, don't get me wrong though, but she's been with other men while we've been together. So it's not like something that's been formed, but as far as like
this, like a close triad.
A close triad with another man, probably that's a no-go. But she's been like seeing.
I've dated other men while I was dating him when we were kind of more doing our open type thing.
Okay.
That's and he met him and everything, you know. So, I think we've talked about it before, and he said if it happened naturally, like it couldn't have been like we're out looking for another guy.
Mm-hmm.
So explain how this would naturally happen. So.
I don't even know. I think that was
explain how this would naturally happen.
That's what I'm saying now. Like I said, as far as being in a relationship or like around niggas all day and shit, like that's a no-go. But like I said, she's been in relations with other men while we've been together, and she do her thing.
So would you be open to another female?
Again, we had this conversation as well, so we're open to bringing another female in. Like,
no, we're not.
Let me finish. We're open to bringing another woman in, like, for fun.
Oh, okay.
And then we,
He asked y'all when that Stella was in y'all. Y'all finished the bottle of Stella, and he asked y'all.
Right, you gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish. I guess I should have started a different way.
Right.
But, like we had a conversation because on my birthday, we were supposed to have like another girl come in, and we were supposed to have fun. But I'm saying, as far as bring another woman in long term to add to the 3 of us, no, because they already. Whew,
so what if one of them wanted to have another guy come in for their birthday?
I'm not
just for my birthday. I mean, I feel like that wouldn't be that bad. You'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing we talk about. We ain't talking about that.
Because I'm another female for his.
Right. But you didn't though.
Okay,
well, you got another going
to.
So we wait.
Okay.
We still waiting on that.
Yeah.
I always say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Hey, I always tell my husband, don't do nothing that you wouldn't want me to do. Don't expect anything that you wouldn't want me to do. That's it.
Right.
Exactly.
That's my policy.
But he's okay with another woman joining, just not another man. So yes, right. They gave permission for the other woman. So yeah, it's cool.
Right. Again, like we've had those conversations, and like another man has been involved, so it's not automatically a no go.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
long term.
We ain't had that conversation.
well, ladies, I hope that wish comes true if you want it to come true.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe a night.
Look, I'm not even like religious, but I'll pray for you. All right, so let's see. We got another one. Skip. So James, how do you feel when Shayla and Shantay are together without you?
I actually love that time that they have together, because I feel like if they're the stronger their relationship is together, the easier it is for us all to like be solid. So, and even sometimes I push them to be like, oh, y'all need to go do something together. Y'all ain't been on a date in a couple of weeks, just the two of y'all. So I actually enjoy the time that they have together.
And that was a huge part in the beginning of our relationship. Like, he pushed that so much. Like, you guys need to have your relationship and have it and good, and have your first fight and like argument and everything. Then we'll know it's real. Because, I mean, all of us are part of the relationship. But honestly, like he said, like if me and Shantay aren't getting along, then it's hell for him, number one. And number two, the relationship it's not going to work. It's going to create tension, competition, unnecessary jealousy type of things. So really, it's a huge focus on me and Shantay's relationship, on making sure that we maintain it. We're talking to each other. It's not, James isn't the sole focus and sole, person that's responsible for being that part in our relationship.
True that.
Awesome. So this is a question by somebody out here. Mm-hmm. So somebody asks, let me see. So when one is having one-on-one time with the other, what the other one do? Read a book? I don't know. What y'all do?
If they have Apple phones, they spout each other, I'm sure.
Like for me, I'm really close to my family. So 9 times out of 10, I'm like with my sister. All of my nieces and nephews are grown. Some of them have kids, so I'm over there visiting. So I'm always busy doing something with my family, or I'm just at home watching TV.
And I personally really like my alone time. So that is my alone time, is when they go out and do something together. So I'm cool with just a movie, and like I really like being with myself and having that time every once in a while. So it really honestly helps when they go do their thing. I will say sometimes, you get that FOMO, right? I'd be lying if every time I'd say, I was just chilling. Every once in a while, I'm like, damn, I'm sure they're having fun. Or I'll see her Snapchat, I'll see her. I'm like, damn. But, at the end of the day, like, already, it's just a little FOMO if you're missing out. You see people you love having fun, you want to be with them, but at the same time, that's still going to happen. Like, they're coming back home to you. So there's nothing to be jealous about.
So somebody, go ahead, Roger. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So someone asked me to ask, do y'all all sleep in the same bed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
But you don't sleep in
You don't ever sleep. So after like 6 months in our relationship, he was like, I'm not sleeping in the middle anymore, because the middle is shit, just to let y'all know.
It's hot.
Shit in the middle. So we need to find like a bigger, I don't know.
What side bed y'all got?
We have a king.
It's a king.
But we need a Cali king that is not long, but wide. Yes.
Yeah.
Because he
sleep crazy.
Yeah.
Butt be all on you, legs.
It's an issue. It's an issue. Honestly.
Listen, I ain't complaining. I told him, like, look, y'all keep doing this back and forth. Yeah, I'm not sleeping in the middle no more. Like,
because at least we rotate. Like
it works for them.
We get to sleep next to one of each
other. So we all get our time next to him, next to each other.
Because the only time he's sweet is when he's sweet.
Yeah, that's when he's sweetest. Is when he's asleep.
So we like to get that.
Or you can go back to the I Love Lucy days and get 3 twin beds.
Yes, and then we get the crease. So
right
we
there.
were thinking about that, and then maybe getting some type of mattress pad. I don't know, but we'll figure it out because
just get a bed made.
Exactly.
That would be cool. Like that would be cool. Hey, that's a good business idea. Get a bed especially made for like poly couples and to sell that shit.
Right.
All right, so I had another question. But the more I drink, the more I forget. So somebody asked, can anyone have an outside fling?
Nope.
No. That was quick.
No. Yeah, no.
I mean, because you already said they were closed, so yeah.
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 I mean, if we were open, then yeah, that's what would constitute us being open. Mm-hmm. But as closed, no, we have flings together if we're gonna have a fling.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. We're all this shit.
Yeah, you gotta deal with all of us.
Gotcha. You got one? You got another one, Rod? Are you good?
Well, somebody did ask me to ask, did y'all record y'all sex and ever watch them back?
Yes.
Okay.
Rod, have you ever recorded yourself and watched it back?
You know I have not, but that's like something I need to get going. I think it'd be so fun just to out. I mean, yeah, I think that would up my performance game because I'd be like, I gotta be right when I watch this thing back.
Okay, next time.
I can know this better.
Right.
So
I'll be out here writing strips like, okay, do this in 2 minutes, 30 seconds, do this. No, sir.
You better just do it naturally. Just have it. Let's let it go. Like it's gonna go.
Look, I'm not lacking. Okay, I'm just saying that'll put that A1 on that game.
First of all, I'm not saying you're lacking. I heard. Go ahead.
No, it's also nice when you're alone, you have a toy. I know Shantay's super into masturbating, but
okay.
Like speaking of that, and you know what? Speaking of that, my friend Ty is right here with me because I was going to make OnlyFans. Yes, OnlyFans. Let me tell you. So another question. Let me tell you something. I'm not against people that sell videos or whatever. Do you? I'm not even judgmental, but let me tell you, I would start an OnlyFans if I could have my identity. I need to figure out like how I'm gonna do this. I need a mask.
Right.
I told somebody,
put a mask on your face and go. Wig on.
Right at this point, they're gonna know it's us, mask or not. So
look, we could call ourselves the paper bag couple. We can make like special. That could be a niche. Like that could be like a serious niche. Like he could put, his penis through the hole of the paper bag.
What I saw, wasn't you talking saying it was a couple that made $11,000 a month or something?
Yeah.
It was something crazy. We was talking about off of like a fan only page.
I'm pretty sure we can make money.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, people out here taking pictures of their feet and
making money.
So come on.
Selling their feet shaving.
I mean, that's like that's super freak though. When you like right here obsessed with feet. That's like the bottom of the barrel sex fetish. Because it's not literally the bottom.
And you know what?
I'm just saying.
First of all, no judgment, but I ain't sending to my feet shavings. Nobody just feel creepy.
I'll do what they pay me now. You can get all the shavings. Yeah.
I'm not. I would rather send my underwear than my feet shavings.
And they have to too.
I wear those underwear 3 days straight. and nut eat them and send them to you. You pay me.
You gonna pay me?
How you gonna pay me?
You can dictate all this shit. How long you gonna be the world?
I don't mean no harm, but I do not want them underwear. Sorry.
Right.
Look, I might send you a sample. You would kill with a sample. Just
I'd be like, friend, no friend.
Right. No.
Let me see where we. Okay, so yeah, the OnlyFans deals. Oh yeah. So somebody asked. So like, let's say one, two of you guys get together. The other one's like, okay, I'm out here or wherever. Somebody asked, do one of you guys ever felt like turned on or masturbated if the other person was having sex with the other person?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I would say a lot of those videos are for too. Like when we record ourselves later. And I really like watching, so I love watching them fuck. But that might be like in the session, you know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to be all apart, but I'm just watching them for a little bit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Right, and of course I like to watch them do their thing too.
Right.
And then, especially in a session, because it give me a break. But
you need some recoup time.
Right. So I'm like, look, y'all get it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, let me rest. All right.
The boy don't get tired.
Right.
Okay? That boy does not get tired.
Let me tell you, that's the truth. So while we're on toys, and listen, we are totally getting into the uncut version of Tifflers, but I'm just curious. What's you guys' favorite toy?
Ooh, the most recent one he got us. It has, I don't even know what it's called.
Like a suction cup.
Yeah, it has a tongue at one end that just goes. Of course, don't get tired. And it has a suction on that end, so you really get in there.
Like it sucks your pussy.
Yes. So make sure it's really getting the spot. And then the other side of it is a dildo, and that vibrates and has different vibrations. So like we could use that one together, like me and her, and both be good. Using it by ourselves is good too. So that for me, it probably for you too. But I can't.
So one of our viewers want to know the name of that. Psych, it's me. Just let me know.
What the hell you gonna do with it, man?
Oh, it's crazy.
Man, I forget what it's called right now, but
we got it. Y'all would really.
I'm gonna go get it real quick.
Oh yes, would love.
When they brought up though, I remember months ago it was a toy you saw on Amazon that had like the greatest reviews for sex toy, and it had like it pretty much like a suction cup that you put on your clit and it sucks it.
Give us a sponsorship. We selling their toys and shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Money. That's what we talk about it.
Like I mean, it's a pretty decent thing for them. Like I said, I bought it, but like again, like get anything that can give me that rest time, and it like and a lot of men be so hesitant to bring toys into the bedroom but I'm confident I'm confident in what I do to please them. Yeah. You can never have enough. Like I want to please both of them to the max. So any little help with that, I'm with it.
So has there ever been a time where you felt like you I don't want to use the word failed, but didn't quite live up to, I guess, that standard, especially maybe early on, of what they wanted?
No, because I try to I personally never felt it because I try to pay attention to their bodies and to what they want and what they need and what they like. So I try to make it my business to make sure they come before I come.
He's really into this
like
whole
CUM.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being nasty.
They gotta get that done before I even think about it.
And sometimes this helps. So this is a toy. So this is a little tongue part, and you can see the tongue goes.
Oh, it's actually moving. Okay.
Yeah, and it has like different little speeds. We go faster. Because it just keeps going, and then you have the section here, and that's where it goes on. So it really like sucks, to get the G spot. Then of course you have this end,
not G spot,
the clit. This head vibrates too, so it has different vibrations. But it's called Fantasy for Her. Pipe dreams.
Pipe dreams.
Pipe
Okay.
dreams.
Let me write this down. Fantasy.
Producer, you hear that? Producer, fantasy for her.
Right
Yeah.
Okay.
I want that shit.
So a fan asks, what's each one of y'all ages?
Age
26.
28.
30.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, all right. Awesome sauce. So it was okay. So we were really supposed to do this at first, but yeah, I started drinking, kind of got sidetracked. And this is totally non sex related questions, but it's still good to know. It's good to know if the person with you prefers this or that.
Right.
I like to know this or that. And the first question I'm going to ask, because this really determines the kind of person you are. Do you like Church's chicken or Popeyes?
Popeyes.
Oh, that's me.
It matter if
Popeyes.
it's bone-in, bone out. Because Church's got the best chicken tenders.
You a bougie ass nigga if you want bone out your chicken.
Church's
I haven't been to
years.
churches in a long
Like
time.
years.
I mean, they closed a lot of churches
Look,
down.
I could tell from that beginning conversation you've been to churches in a long time. Okay.
You know what? I can't. All right, so
Dirty rice at churches don't be hidden.
It do. It's spicy, just spicy enough.
That shit be
Bojangles have a good spicy rice, dirty rice.
hidden. They in churches though, not the rice.
Yeah.
They fuck with church, not the rice though.
I don't know. Church, to me, I don't know how it is where you guys are, but here, Church's chicken looks like steroid chicken. The chicken leg is like this big,
Ugh.
and that's
Now
just too
come
big.
on. That Popeye's chicken ain't that goddamn sandwich is that thick and
I mean,
that wide.
that
I
strip
don't
is
like
thick.
it.
And the sandwich. But that sandwich is fire. The
That
spicy
sandwich, especially the spicy one. The spicy one is
Yeah,
the truth.
one is definitely.
But let me tell you, some ignorant ass person at Popeyes, I asked them for extra sauce. I don't know what the fuck they was doing. That shit was sliding all across the sandwich. I couldn't even eat it. I was like, you know,
It was like this nigga. Okay, I'm gonna give her some extra sauce. All right.
I said, here's some extra sauce for you.
yeah, you know, I'm gonna give you extra sauce. You know what? I can't. All right, so it's another one. Oh, this is a good one. iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Okay, you know what? I was Android before they came in the picture, but I was feeling left out because they could FaceTime and do all this stuff when they text, and then I was just out of
Pour
it.
that bottle. That's what I'm talking about.
So,
But no.
so I changed to iPhone, but I really don't care. I switch back and forth. I feel like
Should be iPhone for the
Apple be getting
the
people.
remainder
That's my
of
issue.
the
They just be
remainder.
getting people with all these
the relationship.
6 and 7 be the same shit. So,
But let me tell you, I agree with that. I'm gonna get on Rod in a minute, but I'm gonna talk about y'all. It's no way y'all can be in a throuple and one person got an Android. No, everybody need to have an iPhone. So
exactly. I had to switch.
right, that's,
Look,
you gotta
I'm ashamed of you, James. Ashamed of you. I here with an apple. Shame of you.
How is you gonna put the thumbs up on somebody's text or a heart? You know what I'm saying?
Funny if my
And Androids do that.
Right.
Androids. What happened now? I'm
Android-
sorry.
That's a deal breaker. You want to know what a deal breaker is?
Yo,
if I
bubble.
see that bubble is green.
Bubble.
That's
Yes.
it.
I'm gonna go get an Android just to make
Because
this.
I won't text
Thank you. Thank you. Get that Android.
No,
Yeah.
Look, they don't text you. I text you. Okay. I say, hey, how you doing? I see you text.
when I
Wait up.
text somebody and it turns green, I'm like, fuck. Just forget it.
That's exactly what I used to do. I used to be like, are you serious?
I'm like, shit.
First of all,
Bougie.
I have this argument every day with my girlfriend. Androids are the phones for the elitists, the people who are smart. They can understand things and do stuff with sophisticated machinery. Apples are for old geriatric people.
Just make things easy. Don't need.
Yeah, make it easy for them. Those little square boxes, they like simpletons. That's the word. You're simpletons by Apple phones.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: can an Android, like I said, like when you text them, can you tell if they're Android or iPhone?
Yeah, because the same thing happens on your phones. It don't turn green. But if it's an Android person texting me, I can see the text, boop, 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 text little thing. So I know if the person is not an Android because it doesn't do that.
Because it doesn't do that.
Well, we don't have to wait for the text bubbles. We know automatically.
Well, I'm not retarded. I'm okay with closing my phone and waiting for the text like a normal person. I'm not some addicted person to my phone waiting for a text message from somebody. I can close the phone and do something else with my life, like pour a drink.
Oh, girlfriend, you hear that, girlfriend? He ain't waiting for your text, girlfriend.
Now she expedited. Her texts are expedited to me. Okay, I got a chip for her. Okay,
Right.
A chip. Oh, that is so funny. All right, let's see. So, what's your guys' favorite? Do y'all watch football? First of all,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
so what's y'all team? Are y'all divided or united?
We're divided.
Yeah.
oh, let me see teams. Where y'all at?
But I don't know.
What you say?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Patriots is what you said.
I might have to do it.
Brady gone.
Brady gone.
Kane Brady, Belichick. We still got Edelman. We still got Gilmore. Patriots all the way.
She ain't a fan of the
They sang.
She a Brady fan.
They sang Campbell.
What you say? Yeah, we got Cam Newton. We right. We got Cam, so we good.
But they ain't giving my boy nothing though. Fuck them. They should have given my boy a check. They ain't paying.
Who your team?
I like the
He got what he deserved.
I like the Titans. I go with my home team. I'm from Tennessee, so I went with the Titans.
Titans. Oh, Titans. Okay, yeah. The only thing successful about them is the movie that they were not part of. So who's your team?
I don't have something super favorite. I just be watching with them, but I like to go for the Cardinals since I'm from Arizona.
Oh, okay.
But exactly, but that's the problem with going Cardinals. They let me down.
Yeah, I have no words. I
really do. So, I'm a Cowboys fan, though. So.
But yeah, I'm a Patriots fan. But I'm with you. I'm a Patriots fan all the way. But I'm a Buccaneers fan now too. So I got my Buccaneers jersey.
So I am an Eagles fan, and my best moment in my life is when the Eagles beat the Patriots for that Super Bowl. And I danced all around the house on Roderick's heart. Fly high or whatever they were saying.
That's a bad day.
He was so mad he left his boots in his crock pot. Well, he almost
I took a crock pot, left my boots in my jacket, and then called y'all for the crock pot drunk. But I'm telling you, that was worse than when. I'm telling you, that loss was worse than when Hillary lost to Trump. I'm gonna tell you, boy, that thing had me hurt. I was sitting there having panic attacks, couldn't take it.
And I didn't make it any better. I was dancing around the house. I would have did a cartwheel if I could. I had on my I was just dead. Oh man, I made it so bad. I did. I'm sorry, friend.
But I didn't help you though, because right before that, remember I did my little dance right in front of you when we thought we had it, and I was like, "Oh, we got that point." I was dancing, I getting it.
Okay, so somebody has a question for you guys, and we're gonna try to wrap it up. How do you guys handle household chores and cooking?
That's a good question.
I mean, I don't cook, so they do most of the cooking and shit.
Yeah, you don't cook
at all.
I would say that's a huge benefit of it is like I have another woman here who Shantay knows how to cook, who can take part in some of those things that we do for him just as his women. Cleaning, I would say, is all of us. He's a pretty clean person though. He's the type that cleans as he goes. I'm more of the type like, okay, every like couple weeks or something, I'll do like a bigger clean.
Couple weeks. Oh,
yeah, or like every few weeks or something like that. I mean, I'm not a dirty person, so.
Wait, y'all, is she a dirty person? Y'all can be honest.
No.
She just more so of the leave the cabinets open shit.
Yeah.
That shit drive me crazy.
He'd be in the kitchen, all the cabinets will be open. He'd be like, he'll scream my name because he'll know it was me. But
Okay.
I like to.
Right, just like she said, like I clean as I go. So when they do their little weekly cleans and shit, it's not too much to clean anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. But that sounds like a good balance. Like somebody just cleans like every couple of weeks. Somebody cleans as it go along. Somebody like that's my perfect life. Like I hate cleaning. I really do. I do it because you have to, because you don't want to be a dirty person. Like Rod would say, I don't want to be a dirty person. So
she's a bully. She's a bully.
I'm a bully.
You a supervisor. In fact, I won't call you a supervisor. She supervises the cleaning, but I have never seen her clean.
Well, I have children that I pushed out of my vagina, so
right. So you get to tell them to clean.
Well, I lied. I got cut, but still. Look, exactly. I was gonna cuss you out the other day too. You talking about your kids bossing around. I'm about to say I gave birth. I was about to cuss you out by five. My parents was there, so I couldn't cuss you out.
But you know your words don't hurt me. I just be looking at you. I say what I move on.
When you have children, that's the best benefit. I remember like slaving for my parents. They would tell me, go get this.
Okay, now you believe in slavery. That's a whole different webcast. We going there tonight.
Oh gosh. Well, guys, it has. You know what? I am not asking this last question. I'm not.
I'm asking.
Oh my God. Listen. So this is actually my husband. He tripping. He talking about. So why doesn't James cook? Does he be tired from laying that dick down?
James, I only ask because I lay the dick down and I still cook.
You can cook.
No, apparently not as well, producer.
Which one?
Well, the cooking, the dick, because I eat the cooking, it's pretty good.
Look, okay, if you eat the cooking and you ain't had the dick, how you know, nigga?
Well, you answer the question then.
What'd you say?
What he do better, cook or lay the dick down?
Lay the dick down.
You talking about her? You talking about her?
Okay, I was like, he can't cook. So,
sorry, guys. Thank you for answering, though. Okay, so we know. You know
and
what?
then he beat. That's like lay the dick down. James got him training them. James got them trained on what to do. Lay the dick down.
You know what? My thing is that I would say that he's a great cook. So I don't want to put either one down. Like he cooks really good. You know that, Roger. He cooks a great stuff. He barbecues. He does all that. But I enjoy sex as well. So I can't like put one above the other. I want both. I'm greedy. Okay.
You like to eat. You like to eat.
Okay.
Aaliyah, in other words, Leah, you're winning. Winning.
Right.
Winning.
You get the best of both worlds. You get the dick and you get the food.
Yes.
Hey, look, I do a hell of a job at ordering food.
You got them almost speed down, huh? What's
cereal? Ramen noodles and cereal is his main courses, right there.
Oh,
is it ramen that's boiled or is it ramen from like the ramen Asian?
In the microwave. He microwaves it. He tries to season it and stuff.
But he don't use the whole pack of season though. That's the problem people make. People use that whole pack of season. You don't need that. What you need to do is boil that sucker, then pour most of the water, but not all of it. Put a little tablespoon of butter in there. Quarter of the pack of season. Jesus Christ. That's what you call it. That's Trader Asian right there. Trader Asian, Leah.
Trader Asian? No, that's Trader Negro. That's definitely trader Negro. I'm sorry. You put it in the wrong category. Y'all missed that earlier. Well, guys, I would like to thank y'all so much for joining us. I want you to put out there how they can hear you, where they can follow you, all that good stuff. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so thank you for having us, first of all. And anyone who wants to follow us, keep listening. We are on IG at Perfect Triangle 60. We're on Facebook as 3lationship goals with 3 spelled out. And there's our podcast as well, as you guys mentioned. And that's also 3lationship goals, just the number 3.
Awesome. And I encourage you guys to listen to their podcast. And even if this is not something that's for you, you know, we always say you got to educate yourself. You got to know what's out there. You got to know what's going on around you. You can't be.
It was very informative. I didn't know who was even talking about the thing. What was going on in had too many drinks, but in the city, somewhere. I can't remember what it's called.
The laws that were going on in
Massachusetts,
which makes sense because Mitt Romney there and he's Amish. But yeah, whoever that was talking sounded like a lawyer. Who was that?
That's funny. I'm going to school to be a lawyer, so
makes total sense. God, so good. I'm good.
But let me tell you, Massachusetts is the shit. Like, people sleeping on Massachusetts because I've been there, and they are awesome. That was the first time I went to Massachusetts. I won a free trip to see Tom Steyer. I'm so sad he didn't make it, but me and my husband won a free trip. Massachusetts is lit, like so great and progressive.
I'm ready to go
back. What happened?
I said you would never think Massachusetts is like the place that would accept poly, you know.
You know, I agree. But I think that their thoughts are way more progressive than people think. Right. As you start talking to people, especially since I was there in the political aspect, their thoughts and the way they think are way more open than what people think. They're more accepting of people of color. I just felt so welcome. And, you know, it's a difference between being, you know, I'm from Philadelphia originally, but, you know, when you come to the South and you have this and then you go there and it's like, it doesn't matter how you look or what color, people are just talking to you, having random conversations about whatever. It was refreshing to feel that. So Massachusetts is great. I felt so accepted there. So shout out to Massachusetts. I don't know if I would live there, but I definitely would visit again.
I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment, but whatever.
All right, guys. Again, thank you so much. Somebody said Mitt Romney is Mormon. Okay, that does make sense.
He is Mormon. I knew it was strange. Okay, it's all the same. My whole point. Mitt Romney is very strange.
Because they poly too,
right?
Yeah. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Not saying y'all strange, y'all freaky. I like y'all. Even though somebody don't want to meet that freaky, they're vanilla.
Right.
Oh, you talking about he was saying, yeah, somebody's vanilla in your relationship. They don't want to.
Yeah, I don't even use vanilla as the word
because she
be liking to fuck a lot.
What?
Oh, how about Manila?
There we go.
Little Manila. You know what? I can't. Y'all, we gonna end this fucking. We can talk forever. Y'all, we appreciate you viewing. Again, check out Relationship Goals podcast. I guarantee that you will enjoy it like I do, especially if you got a long drive, you're cleaning up the house, you're cleaning the bathroom, whatever you're doing. I advise people to listen to podcasts. That's what I do. So listen to their podcast, follow them on IG and Twitter. Guys, honestly, we appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking the time out y'all day, even though we had like a little time conflict, but we appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
All right, guys. Look, normally, go ahead. What you want to say?
Oh, no, we were just saying good night.
Okay, so listen, normally we play the outro. So we're gonna play the outro and we're gonna dance.
Okay.
Listen, y'all gonna hear you gonna hear my rap skills. You ready?
The live ones or the fake ones?
You said
the actual, like, I'm not gonna rap over the track.
Okay, good.
All right, guys. Oh, good. Oh, what you trying to diss me?
No, I would never.
Put your shades down, dude.
You got his shades on.
It's party time.
He's a party guy. Hey.
Get that shit.
Let's make it oh so fun day.
There you go.
Get it.
Get them shoulders. Hey. Oh, put that tongue out. All right.
Let me put that back. I don't want to get y'all all hot and bothered, okay? Funny.
All right. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
It was fun. I enjoyed